Excellencies, President Thein Sein of Myanmar, Prime Minister Gusmao of Timor-Leste, Prime Minister Lilo of the Solomon Islands, Deputy Prime Minister Saraswati of Thailand, Deputy Prime Minister of Laos, Dr. Thongloun Sisolit, Ministers, Madam Nulin Heiser, my colleague and friend, Executive Secretaries of Regional Economic Commissions, distinguished delegates, friends. It is my great pleasure for me to be here in Bangkok with you for the 69th session of the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, ESCAP. I was deeply impressed by this spectacular opening ceremony, which symbolized you as nations, but also as members of an international group, international community, nations as part of the whole. Very, very impressive, and I thank Nulin Heiser for arranging this symbolic and highly meaningful start of this meeting. I bring you all warm greetings from Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, who has asked me to represent him at this important meeting and to deliver the following remarks on his behalf. Excellencies, I thank the government of people of Thailand for their strong support of the United Nations and of ESCAP, and for graciously and generously hosting this meeting. I am very much encouraged that there is such high-level endorsement for ESCAP and for its leadership, with the participation of so many heads of state, heads of government, and senior ministers from across the region. I am also glad to welcome so many senior United Nations officials. This meeting affirms the importance of our regional commissions as inclusive intergovernmental forums and platforms for development. This is your first forum after last year's Rio+20 conference. It is an opportunity to take forward that landmark gathering in Rio with a regional perspective. The Rio outcome document mandated the United Nations regional commissions to support you, the member states, in the crucial task of implementing this important agreement. Thus, we stand together at a turning point in our development journey, moving towards more inclusive and more sustainable approaches to growth, to security, to justice and equality. I count on your leadership to help build the future for Asia and Pacific, placing the health and prosperity of both people and the planet at the heart of our endeavors. The range of regional issues before you is both exciting and challenging, from charting new development paths to building resilience to natural disasters, and from promoting social protection to accelerating economic integration and South-South trade. These are the key issues which will shape the region's promising future, strengthen its human and natural capital, and ensure its central role, not only in the global economy, but also in forging a better and more sustainable world for all. With less than 1,000 days until the end of 2015, the agreed deadline, as you know, for achieving the Millennium Development Goals, I urge you to seize the opportunity of this Commission session to scale up action to accelerate our efforts, be they national, regional, or global. The Millennium Development Goals have been the most successful global anti-poverty drive in history, I claim. But there are still many gaps. For instance, 2.5 billion people, mostly in rural areas, but also growingly in urban areas, do not have sanitation, a threat to health and an affront to human dignity. Water and sanitation challenges will be a major challenge for development. Far too many women and children, furthermore, lack access to the health services they need. And in our world of plenty, 1 billion people do not have enough to eat. In response, the UN system has mobilized around our Zero Hunger Challenge. And I'm very pleased that the Asia-Pacific Regional Campaign will be officially launched in Bangkok today. Please join in the commitment to end hunger in our lifetime. Accelerating our work for Millennium Development Goals is important in its own right, but it will also generate momentum for the post-2015 development agenda. Discussions on that framework are underway across the world with a vast array of voices and stakeholders. And I hope we will be able to unite around goals related to both poverty eradication, to sustainability, and to the rule of law. Our objective should be a vision that is as inspiring and effective as the MDGs have been in mobilizing our efforts both globally and nationally, and of course in the regions. You have important work to do, Excellencies, and ladies and gentlemen, over the next 3 days here in Bangkok, and of course for the crucial period ahead. With joint efforts, we can together chart a more equitable, a more resilient, a more prosperous, a more sustainable path for Asia and Pacific, and by that, for the world. I thank you.